We are coming up on at 9:15 this Friday morning. The Carolina Panthers and Atrium Health are teaming up to take care of student athletes. Registration is open for this year's Heart of a Champion Day. The event and topic is one Dr. David Price is very passionate about. He's a sports medicine physician and medical director for Heart of a Champion Day with Atrium Health. Thanks for being here, Dr. Price.
Thank you for having me.
So what is Heart of a Champion Day? And it's really grown over the last 15 years or so.
Yeah, this is our 15th year, and it started small with just a few schools here in CMS. Now, really throughout the Charlotte area, it's 5 counties. We're getting everybody here to Bank of America Stadium. Probably the biggest thing about it, it's a free sports screening that's really comprehensive. So you'll get not only your general medical sports screen and exam, but you're going to get an EKG, which is a heart tracing. There'll be performance testing. There'll be psychological. If someone's been struggling, especially coming out of the pandemic, they'll have counselors on site, and we'll be even teaching CPR. So just a lot of great things, I think, for these kids to allow them to play sports safely.
And this is something that you are truly passionate about on a personal level, and really have dedicated your career to studying cardiac deaths in athletes and what can be done to prevent them.
That's exactly right. Unfortunately, I lost my dad and his two brothers while they were playing their sports, and two of them were professional athletes. So that kind of hits you pretty hard, as you can imagine. And no one ever really screened me growing up. They're like, "Oh, you're fine," even though I had that family history. And so yeah, it's passion to me, and I really take that seriously. I want these kids to be able to play, but just making sure that they're doing it in the safest way possible.
And what are some of these cardiac conditions that you all may flag some of these students for that may not present themselves until it's too late?
Right. So probably one of the most common ones is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which is just an abnormal enlargement of the heart, and it often goes undetected. And so that's probably one of the biggest things we're screening for. And just really going through history and looking, is someone having chest pain but just thinks, I'm probably fine, and just really kind of paying attention to those things and making sure that these athletes seeing what's normal versus not normal.
We've done this story a few years back, you and I have, and I interviewed a student who was no longer playing sports at the time because it just wasn't safe. But he said, this program, Heart of a Champion, gave me a chance at living a full life because he didn't know at the time that he had a heart condition. Is that something, not everyone needs to have extra screenings and follow-ups with doctors, but what do you hear from students and their families who do get word that they may need a little extra attention?
Yeah, and first, we really try and get everybody back to sports, and we've come a long way with that, even with some of these conditions that may put you at risk. It's just, which things can you do, right? And so if this guy couldn't play football, well, maybe he's now able to golf or bowl or do something where they can stay active. And so I think most of these families, they're super thankful, and they look at this as, wow, I never thought this would happen to my kid. And they go through the stages of grief just like anybody, but I think you follow these kids, and they do really well.
Well, knowledge is power, certainly there. Registration closes on Sunday. Who all are you looking to sign up? Which kids are eligible?
Absolutely. Well, Atrium Health partners with a lot of the surrounding high schools with athletic trainers in those schools. And so any of these partner schools in the surrounding counties, including CMS, any of those high school athletes, so rising high school athletes, are eligible to come on out, and it's free.
That's the best part there. And what do you want students to know coming into these screenings?
Well, one of the big things is that nothing's going to hurt. Don't worry. It's non-invasive, and it's fun. It's going to be, we do it really efficiently, so you're not spending a lot of time there, and just know that you'll come out of there and you'll be ready to play,
Uh,
ready to go.
That's the best thing, what they want to hear. Dr. David Price with Atrium Health, thank you for all you do to protect the hearts and bodies of all the student athletes across the area. We know you'll have a lot of volunteers out on June 3rd when this takes place, so thank you to you and your team.
Well, thank you for everything and for having me on. Take care.
Absolutely, an important message for sure. It